Hello everyone, I'm asking for help. Passing this on, sharing it, posting it, getting the word out in any way you can have such a huge effect on so many thousands of kids and for generations to come. About half a year ago, I was licensed by the state of Wisconsin to be a foster parent. I've already raised 2 biological children and 1 adopted through foster care in California. So I've been through the ropes, and if there's one thing I know how to do well, it's to parent. And the first children that were placed with me were Native children from a tribe in northern Wisconsin. I'd never fostered Native kids before, and I was familiar with the system in California. After the kids were with me for 2 months and had bonded very well with me, and after the 3rd failed visit from Mom, I started wondering what happens if she never shows up for a visit. And I asked the tribal caseworker about that, because for every non-Native child in this country, their highest needs are met by having concurrent planning so that they don't end up just forever in the system. That is devastating to a child. When I asked about it, I got blank stares and confused looks. And I was told, there's no concurrent planning. You're not Native, so there's no point in which you would be considered a permanent placement for these kids. And I was shocked. These kids had bonded to me. They were developing really important psychological skills that would follow them in later life and will affect all of their relationships. That attachment is so critical. And just the fact of my asking about it was a red flag to the tribal caseworker. And within 2 weeks, she had moved the kids from my care. No explanation, just that she had red flags. And the only red flag that I could see is that the kids had become close to me and were experiencing normal love and a normal relationship with a caregiver who was giving them everything they needed. I've been told that this happens all the time with tribal kids, and the ICWA law that was passed many decades ago was meant to keep the atrocities of non-Native families basically stealing Native kids and indoctrinating them into English language and religions and all of that, to stop that from happening, which of course that needed to stop. But this is a self-inflicted atrocity by many of the tribal cultures in this country. And it is causing so much damage to the children and to the tribe, because ultimately these children grow up without having developed primary attachments, without knowing how to relate to people in a normal, functional way. And then they grow up to be caseworkers who don't understand how important that is and will remove children from an entirely appropriate placement for no reason other than it doesn't feel right. I want to fight for these children. I want to go to court, and I want everyone in the country to know this. It is so hidden. Please, please pass this on and let people know this is not okay. This is not a racial issue. This is a human issue. These are children. They need to be loved. Anything else is child abuse. Thank you.